Hi everyone! In this video, we will cover how to review cases in Mimixflow, which is an online platform used for the visualization and communication of your cases. Mimixflow can be used to efficiently share files and 3D models created in Mimix. When someone shares a case with you, you will receive an email. By clicking on the link in this email, you are directed to the Mimixflow platform. After logging in, you can access the file which was shared with you. Here, you are able to see different information such as the case title and the creation date. You can open the case by clicking on 3D View. After the case opens in the online viewer, you will be able to see the 3 2D viewports, the coronal, axial, and sagittal views, and also the 3D viewport on the right side of the page. To maximize any of those views, you can use the space bar. You can see the 3D parts that were created in Mimix listed on the right. In the viewer, you can change whether the 3D parts are showing or hiding by selecting the Eye button. In addition, you can change whether it's opaque or transparent by selecting the Transparency button next to the Eye button. Through the Mimix viewer, you can relate the 3D orientation of a point to its corresponding image sets. For example, if I select this point here, you'll notice that all 3 viewports are updated based on the point I've selected. You can turn the 3D model around with right mouse click and dragging the mouse. You can zoom in and out with a scrolling wheel on your mouse, and you can move the model around by pressing on your scrolling wheel and dragging the mouse. You can set up default views for your case or view the default views which have already been created. By clicking on each of these default views, you will be directed to a different viewing angle. Here, this is the aorta and subclavian artery view in which some measurements were made. We'll see how to create those measurements in a minute. The second default view that we have here is the cross-sectional view of the left heart, and as you can see, I can go through the clipping of the model. In the last view, you can see the benchtop model. As I mentioned, you have the ability to take some measurements and do some annotations within the viewer. I will be going over the 4 measurements tools that are listed in the left toolbar. The distance tool takes the distance between 2 indicated points. This can be done on both the 2D images and the 3D part. Any measure indicated on the 2D images will also appear on the 3D part. With the angle tool, 3 points are indicated on the 2D images or the 3D part. The thickness tool can only be used on the 3D part. When you indicate 1 point, it will automatically give you the thickness of the model in that exact location. The planar area measurement tool allows you to indicate multiple points to define a region on the 2D images or the 3D part. Any measurement can be removed by using the Erase button. You can also hide or show the measurements in the Objects tab. Measurements can also be made within an MPR. They will then be saved within that orientation. Above the measurement tools are 2 annotation tools. These will only be visualized when you have editing permissions to the case. The first tool allows you to provide text annotations. The second tool allows you to provide basic sketches to clarify the annotation. For example, if the surgeon wants to indicate to the engineer where to make a cut, he can draw the line, then make a note stating the plan. He can also create these sketches on the 2D images. For example, if an anatomy was not segmented, you can indicate where you would like the new segmentation to be made and make a note of it. Once you have completed adding any measurements or annotations to the case, you can save the project, exit out of the viewer, and make any necessary comments within the case details section. Stakeholders that were given access to the case will receive an email anytime a new annotation is saved within the project or when a new comment is made. Whether they are able to view, annotate, download, or share the case will be dependent on the permissions they were granted. These tools should allow you to communicate about your case with different stakeholders in the process and allow the appropriate stakeholders to take actions based on the feedback you've provided about the case. Thank you for watching.